For decades, we've all heard the same story. The secret to KFC's success is that recipe, the 11 herbs and spices. But in this explainer, we're going to uncover the real secret sauce. And spoiler alert, it's not a flavor, it's a strategy. It's a super carefully crafted journey designed to turn anyone from a curious browser into a diehard fan. So let's break down how they pull it off, step by step.
Okay, so when I say KFC, what's the first thing that pops into your head? It's this, right? The legendary, top-secret blend of 11 herbs and spices. I mean, it's the stuff of marketing legend. But what if I told you that's all just a brilliant distraction? The true recipe for their global dominance is actually hiding in plain sight.
The real secret? It's this. KFC has absolutely mastered the entire customer journey. From the very first moment you even think about fried chicken to long after you've licked your fingers clean, every single step has been thought about. I mean, really optimized. It's a process that's built to be smooth, satisfying, and just incredibly effective. All right, so first things first, how does it all even start? Stage 1 is all about getting on your radar. In a world that's absolutely flooded with fast food options, KFC can't just hope you know they exist. They have to grab your attention and really stand out from that crowd. And a huge part of that is just looking the part. Just look at how their logo has changed over the years. From that detailed, classic portrait of Colonel Sanders back in '52, it's gotten more modern, sleeker, more minimalist over time. This isn't just about aesthetics. It's a strategic play to connect with new generations and, let's be real, it has to look good on that tiny little screen in your pocket.
But it's not just about the look, right? It's about their vibe, their voice. KFC's ads are famous for being funny and for using the Colonel Sanders character in all these creative ways. And it's not just a hunch. It actually works. The data shows this kind of fun approach can crank up engagement by a whopping 30%. It just makes the brand stick in your head and, maybe more importantly, it makes them feel likable.
Okay, but clever ads are only one piece of the puzzle. Getting your attention is also about being there, physically and culturally. KFC was one of the very first Western fast food giants to set up shop in China. I mean, we're talking way back in 1987. That kind of long-term commitment builds a level of brand recognition and trust that new competitors just can't buy overnight.
And this is where it gets really fascinating. This is how they locked it all in and just crushed the competition. While McDonald's was trying out these weird fusion things like a cilantro sundae, KFC went all in. I mean, truly authentic local stuff. They started serving purely Chinese meals like congee for breakfast and even mooncakes for the Mid-Autumn Festival. See, they weren't just selling chicken in China, they were becoming part of the culture.
All right, so they've got your attention, you're hungry, and you're thinking about that red and white bucket. Now comes the next critical part, making the actual buying process as easy and painless as possible. Let's dig into how KFC makes saying yes a total no-brainer.
Yeah, this is a whole world away from just yelling your order into a crackly speaker box. The KFC experience today is powered by tech. You can build your perfect meal on a slick app, pay without fumbling for your wallet, and sometimes even have an AI take your order to make things faster. And to top it all off, they sweeten the pot with a little reward just for using their app for the first time. And look, this tech stuff, it's not just for show. These investments have a real tangible impact. Places using AI in their drive-thrus, they're seeing order times speed up by as much as 15%. And in the fast food game, every single second you save is a massive win. It keeps people happy.
So here's the bottom line. All these little tweaks, they add up to some seriously big results. I mean, just think about it. They made their app a little easier to use and bam, a 35% jump in orders. That smallest discount for your first app order, it's powerful enough to get 30% of people to use it again. Every little annoyance they get rid of, it turns directly into more sales and happier customers.
But wait, the journey's not over once you've got your bucket of chicken. Actually, this is where the really profitable part kicks in, keeping you coming back for more. Now that they've got you, how does KFC make sure you become a regular?
And to do that, they've got this whole toolkit of tricks up their sleeve. There's the point system with the rewards arcade, special deals just for members, and even little games in the app to keep you tapping. And then you've got these iconic promotions like Crazy Thursdays in China, which became a total social media phenomenon. It's basically a full frontal assault on the idea of you ever going somewhere else.
And would you look at the results? The data doesn't lie. Personalized offers, they're a huge deal. We're talking a massive 60% boost in engagement. And check this out. Just by making things a little more fun with gamification, they get a 25% bump in app use. Their loyalty programs straight up improve retention by 20%. Every single tool in that kit delivers.
Which brings us to the final stage, and honestly, it's the most powerful one of all. KFC isn't just satisfied with loyal customers. They want advocates. They want to turn you, their happy customer, into their best and cheapest marketing team.
So how do they pull that off? Well, check this out. They give you incentives to get your friends to sign up, leading to 30% higher conversion. They encourage you to post your food pics, which gets 28% more engagement than their own fancy ads. And they're not just listening on social media, they're actually acting on what they hear, which makes a staggering 70% of customers feel like they actually matter to the brand. They're systematically turning happy customers into free advertising.
But they don't stop there. They take it even further. They're not just selling a product, they're building a culture around it. By teaming up with huge pop culture names like Pokemon and the video game Genshin Impact, they're creating these huge cultural moments with events and merch that people are literally lining up for. Suddenly, it's not just about the chicken anymore. It's about being part of the club, part of the community.
So, okay, we've walked through this whole journey from start to finish. After looking at every stage of their masterclass, what's the big takeaway? Why does all this effort they put into the journey matter so much?
Well, it all boils down to this simple idea. The customer journey is the complete sum of every single interaction you have with a company. KFC's real secret sauce, the one that's way more powerful than any recipe, is that they have obsessed over every single touch point to make it as good as it can possibly be. I mean, really think about it for a second. That funny ad that made you laugh, the app that was so easy to use, that discount that made you feel like you got a great deal, the fact that they fixed your problem quickly, it's all part of this continuous loop that just keeps getting stronger. Each little step isn't just a one-off thing. It's another link in a very strong chain that's designed to build a powerful, loyal connection.
And that is the real finger-licking good strategy. So as we wrap this up, I want to leave you with a question to chew on. KFC has clearly put an immense amount of thought into perfecting their journey. When you think about the brands you love, which one has absolutely nailed your journey?